Blog Talk Radio.
1, 2, you hear the clock ticking, tick tock. You about to stop living, tick tock. I want you to remember me, tick tock. But the day don't have no memory. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. Like Tropicana, I got the juice. All for the least, let the dog loose. Don't make me call up the crew. Now they getting scared, wanna call up a truce. I'm the one like Neil, cocky like Teal. Nobody can guard me like I'm shooting a free throw. This is illegal, my flow is legal. And it's me, it will never be a sequel. See, I'm fly like a pelican. And while I'm here, yeah, I'm gonna represent. If you're sick, then I'll be your medicine. And you already know who I'm better than. No doubt, yep, I'm a veteran. And when done, you gon' think you got ran over by elephants. Since I came, ain't been the same like ever since. And that talking, yeah, it better end. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. This is my world, my way, my life. And if I gotta do it, I gotta do it right. So everything I want, go ahead and give me that. The girl with me, just know that you ain't getting it back. Yeah, she want a bad boy, and I'm all about my cash, boy. She be all up in the jag, boy. I know that make you mad, boy, but don't make me beat your ass, boy. So don't go there. Your career's like a treadmill. You're running, but you ain't going nowhere. Me, on the other hand, I can blow 100 stacks and bounce back rubber band. 30 carats here, 100 on the other hand. I do me, I don't worry about another man. I'm way past them, got them playing catch up. And I'll be right there if you ever mess up. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming.
All right, welcome to the Jeff Mayweather radio show. This is November 13th, big show tonight. As always, joined by the man himself, the guy the show's named after, Jeff Mayweather. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good, and yourself?
Doing good. Feel free to hit the restroom if you need to at any point during the show. We'll you all right?
Yeah. What happened? What's up with the gangster rap?
What's that?
What's up with the gangster rap?
The gangster rap. I forgot to upload some music, so that was the last minute there. You didn't like that, huh? You're looking for some Alanis Morissette?
I like Alanis Morissette better, maybe.
All right, well, we have a big show tonight. We're going to be joined by a couple of heavyweights. Jeff seems to be reverting back to his roots. A couple of guys he's working with. Michael Grant will be joining us just in just a second. He had to go to someplace a little more quiet. I just called him. It was really loud. And then in the second half of the show, we're going to be joined by Bowie Tupou, who's got a big fight coming up next month against Brian Jennings. So I look forward to talking to both of them. I'm going to call Malik in a second, not Malik, I'm sorry, Michael, because I think he's going to call the wrong number, so we'll call him in 1 second. Anyway, Jeff, what's up with that? It seems, you work with Roy Nelson and King Mo and MMA, now you got Michael Grant and Bowie Tupou, so you kind of going back to your roots, and did you have a kind of miss working with your big guys?
Well, I like working with the big guys. Because there's a lot of advantages. We're working with, most of the time, just because those guys are that size, a lot of times they have power in them. So sometimes that makes for short nights. Short nights, faster pay. No, but I like working with that.
Well, and what's the difference besides obviously the power? What's the difference in what do you really enjoy out of work on the big guys?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I mean, to me, it's just, it's always been the glamour division. I mean, of course, I mean, since the emergence of the Klitschko's, it hasn't been the glamour division. And I think only because of the fact that, they're not Americans. If they were Americans, it would still be the glamour division, but unfortunately they're not Americans, so it's not the glamour division anymore. But still, I mean, heavyweight boxing is always going to be big. So, to be able to, be a part of, heavyweight history and was, fortunate and blessed enough to have a heavyweight champion, and actually he was my first champion, so that's where my roots are. That's where I got my first big break and, and actually, made a name for myself.
I'm sorry, I was trying to do something. So, yeah, as far as, he just, he'll call in 1 second, but before we bring him on, just tell us how you and Michael Grant hooked up.
Well, I've been on Mike for...
actually, before you answer that, let's go ahead and bring him in because he's here. Michael Grant, multiple-time heavyweight champion. Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Glad you found a little more quiet place there. Hope we're not bothering you tonight.
Yeah, right. I was actually, I was at an event, man, that I made a promise to, so I had to show up. And then I walked outside right now, man, to take this call. But I think I was kind of filling in on the question that you asked Jeff, how long he known me. Jeff, you and I go back, man, like 20 years, man.
Yeah, like baby with pacifiers.
Right. Like 93, 92, something like that. That's a while back.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
When I first met Mike.
Well, how'd you first meet Jeff, and then how'd you guys get together for working?
Were you asking me that or Jeff?
Well, we'll start with Jeff, and then we'll get with you.
Okay.
I mean,
go ahead, Jeff.
I've been knowing Mike for a long, long time. Watched his amateur career and watched him excel to the highest level as a pro. And basically, I guess it was just one of those things that, just kind of like evolved. I mean, over time, it just evolved. And, basically, Mike reached out to me and, I already know him as a good friend. So that makes it easy, to say, yeah, let's work. And so, we've actually haven't still worked in an actual fight yet. But, he came out to Vegas and we worked a little bit, just to see what our chemistry is like.
And Mike, how did that all come about? Was Jeff someone you actively wanted to work with in the past and things just didn't come together, or how did it go on your end?
Well, actually, let me go back. Jeff and I started, man, when we all were fighters. We were still fighting in the game. So Jeff was probably, basically the most experienced one. He was at the tail end of his fighting thing. And then I was coming in, and he was kind of just like, so basically I surrounded myself with a whole bunch of fighters, first of all. And then, it was fun watching Jeff and also his brother, Raj, to fight too, because Raj was fighting too. So it was just, as I look back from this point, and I think about all, I was like, wow, I just had these guys around me all the time. And we was in a situation before, back in the beginning, where I couldn't be with them because I was with some other holders at the time. But we remained friends and stayed cool. And throughout the years, man, I always put that in the back of my head, like, I got to have Jeff work with me. Because I was in the amateurs with his nephew, Floyd. And so when I saw Floyd just evolve, I was evolving at the same time. I was going off of talent and ability, just basically like that. I didn't have that much experience in the game. I didn't come up fighting like Jeff, back in the day they did. But I came up basically up with talent and taught whatever information I had at that time. So it worked out for me, man. But oh my God, forgive me, guys. But as I prolonged and I stayed in the game, it got better. And but I knew that there's some things that I wanted to have a part of my arsenal, and that was part of the style that Jeff grew up on, Floyd grew up on, Roger grew up on. So I wanted to have that kind of implement. I wanted to implement that. So I wanted to have that a part of my arsenal. And I knew that I had told Jeff a couple of years ago, I said, Jeff, I want you to be with me, man. I just don't know what fight is going to work out because I had to basically get rid of some of the trainers that I was with at the time. And, it worked its way out, man. I'm still in the game. I'm still a threat. And I still got the opportunity to work with Jeff for my next fight. And we're going to make it happen, man. We're going to put the work in, put some hours in so I can remember all this stuff, because that mid work is the truth. I can remember that stuff.
Were you a victim of his doom session there to get hit a time or two?
Say it again.
I said, were you a victim of his infamous doom session?
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
He got the doom.
He got the doom.
You might not understand what you're saying right now, but he got it.
You didn't tell him what the doom session was?
You know what?
So
he took the class that Jeff gave me, man. Listen, he held back a little bit. You know why he held back? He held back because he let me hit the softer pass. Because if he would have gave me the other pass that's kind of hard, and he fired back at me, then it would have been a different story, man. Because he'd have already woke me up faster. Because I didn't want to get hit back with them hard mitts that he hit me with. But that network was difficult, man. But I'm glad that I got the opportunity right now to take it. I have the opportunity right now to make it change and make something that really take place in my life and happen for me.
Right. Now, Jeff, you obviously, you said you guys know each other for a while, but when you guys decided that you were going to be able to work with each other, what was it about Michael's game that you knew that you needed to work on with him and that you thought you really could improve and help him out going forward?
Hello.
Jeff?
Yes.
What are you, sleeping or what?
No.
I apologize to our guest here. My co-host, Jeff Mayweather, is not on his toes tonight.
Sorry, no, my phone, something happened. I don't know what happened.
Did you hear the question at least?
No, I didn't.
Jeez. All right, so you've known Michael Grant for years, but finally you guys have a chance to work with each other. So you're pretty familiar with with his game. What was it that you saw that you thought you really could contribute and help him out going forward, and what he needed to work on that really fell into what you can do with him?
Well, the one thing with the first heavyweight I worked with was actually tall, just like Mike. And the taller, to me, the better, because there's so much more you can get away with just because of your height, and you don't have to take as much, as many risks and as many chances because of the fact you're so tall and you have a reach and height advantage. The first heavyweight that I actually worked with was Shannon Briggs, and of course Shannon wasn't as tall as Mike, but and I didn't really get a chance to work with Shannon long enough to really make a mark. We won the USBA title together, but right after that, things happened and I walked away from it. But, I made, I think I made my mark with Ray Austin, a lesser-known heavyweight, and but taller. Ray was probably about 6'6", and actually, my first fight with Ray was against Ashley Thornton Bragamov, who actually ultimately became, you know, my first world champion and heavyweight champion of the world. So it was kind of like I was in this tangle web, like they say, this tangle web be weaved with Shannon, Ray Austin, and Thornton Bragamov, because Thornton ended up taking the title from Shannon. And, you know, and basically, my first fight with Ray Austin, you know, I devised a plan for him where everybody thought that, you know, he was like a 7-1 underdog. And, you know, and to be honest, I thought he actually won the fight. It did well enough for him to get a draw, and then he went on to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world because of his performance. And, you know, it was just one of those situations in which, you know, I came up with a strategy that, you know, that works. That works for tall fighters. And, and so, I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy working with tall fighters. So, you know, that's just my thing.
So, Mike, hope you finishing up. Go ahead.
Oh, you know what's funny? When I met Mike, I was trying to convince this guy to play basketball. Because no, he really can play basketball really, really good. I mean, he's got a lot of agility and things like that. And I mean, he can dunk like a 6-foot guy, but you know, but he wasn't having it. No matter what I said, he wasn't having it. You know, and he stayed the course in boxing. I mean, and made, you know, and fought for the world championship. You know, and actually captured the championship as well. So, you know, I guess he did the right thing.
So, Mike, let's talk about what's going on with you right now. You're 40 years old, so obviously, you know, time's an issue. Yet you haven't fought in just about a year now. What's been with the delay? Why haven't we seen you in the ring? And, you know, do you have anything on the horizon come, you know, soon that you're looking forward to?
Well, actually, the fight that was supposed to take place, man, that I was waiting on, I was on the promoter on the rematch for the Francois Barbosa in that fight. Meanwhile, I guess the promoter never came up with the funds to make that fight, and it kind of postponed everything. So we've been looking for other opportunities to make the fight, but they were actually giving me deals where take this fight in 3 weeks, take this fight in 4 weeks. I'm like, and I'm a professional. I don't get down like that. I love myself enough where, you know, I respect this game. And I can't have nobody start the race early on me, training, and fight you in 4 weeks. I'm not hungry like that. You know what I mean? So basically, you give me enough time, and you give that fighter enough time to train for that fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. You know, I can't say it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I got 3 weeks and 4 weeks to train. Yeah, it's gonna be hell on my part. But you know. But it's you know, that's why you haven't seen any activity from me, because the promoter it was tough for him to make the rematch clause between both and I, and so I refused to take fights that was less than the amount of money that I was being promised for the rematch, and that's what happened, because they wanted me to take like $20,000 fights and, you know, $15,000 fight. I'm gonna take this, man. You know, I'm 40. I'm like 40 years old. I can't be I was 39 at the time, and I couldn't make no move like that, man. For no big fight for little pay, I couldn't make that happen. But that's why you haven't seen any activity in me. But now, man, it's just, you know, we're back on the road now, and actually, I'm fighting a guy named his name is Takim Carlos. He's the number 5 in the WBO ranking, and over there in Cape Town, South Africa. And that's the one Jay and I will definitely get a lot of homework in on. And we'll basically just the whole revamp my jab, and because the reason why I say my jab, because Jeff said, man, that's one thing that we probably will work on continually, because I'm not extending my jab enough. And he saw me work with previous trainers, and he said that, Mike, you're not extending your jab enough. But he didn't want to come in and intervene too much, because it looks like when a trainer does that, it looks like he's trying to, you know, kidnap the fighter. and it's kind of respect to the other. That's kind of respect to the other trainer. You know, I can't say too much to you. Your trainer got to tell you that. So I understood that, and so I never pushed forward there because I don't want no fusion going on. So, but now I'm unencumbered with every trainer and everything, and me and Jeff got the opportunity to do it now. I still feel I know that I'm 40, but I feel good, man, because I live a healthy life, and I have this opportunity to work with Jeff, and man, it made things work out for us all.
Well, yeah, so let me ask you, you're 40 years old. How much longer do you see yourself fighting, and what goals do you still have set for yourself?
Hey, brother, you know what? When I was 30 years old, when I was 28 years old, every fight that I've made, every fight that I did on HBO, I made $1 million. And I was saying to myself, I said, listen, I'm going to retire at 30, you know? And then I fought Lennox Lewis. I think I was 29, and made a good substantial pay on that first couple of fights after that. Then, you know, when 30 came, I felt that, nope, it's not over because I don't like the way that I ended that. And so I called a retirement at 30, but now I'm still going because I feel like I got unfinished work to do. It's like when you learn so much, you want to put it back into the game. And when you go through so much, you want to put it back to the game. You want to put it back in the game. You know what I'm saying? And when you just live so much, man, about this. I mean, I've been walking, you know, I walk around shadow boxing. I just want to keep doing it, man, until I conquer what I need to conquer. And then I walk away from the game. But listen, I pray that I don't stay in it too much longer, man. But so I want to maximize my potential at this point. Turn over every stone, every rock in my career as far as things that I've done, and try and excelled in it, and then boom, pull the cord in, pull the plugs in, man. And so, because I know that I did it all at my very best.
So, do you have hopes that one day you'll be on the short list, or possibly get a fight with one of the Klitschko brothers?
Brother, I've been waiting on that fight for the last 5 years, man. But I don't know what's going on, man. And Manny knew, man. Emmanuel Stewart knew before Jeff, God bless his soul, that I wanted that fight a long time ago. But didn't happen, man. Didn't happen.
Do you think maybe it's a case of for them, you know, where it's high risk, low reward for them, you know, where they're worried about you know facing someone like you because if they win, well, they should have won anyway, but they realize that, you know, they're kind of known for not necessarily taking the best competition at all times, so maybe they figured you were a little bit too much of a challenge for them.
Well, that could possibly be, because I can tell you the experience I had with him in sparring camp in Houston, Texas. The older brother I didn't spar with, but the younger brother we sparred, and I got the best of him. So this is now, I'm going back 10 years. I got the best of him. The style that what I was accustomed to, it didn't fit his style. So, you know, styles make fights. So, and I was getting the best of him. I was hitting him with uppercuts, hooks, long hooks too. So, and I kind of grew up, you know, in the game, you know, with that Mike Tyson type of attack. You know, throw the jab, throw the 7, and step to my left, and hook off of that, hook down low, hook up top. And honestly, they wasn't expecting that from a big man. They thought a big man was going to basically jab and stay still, you know, right hand. But when they saw me moving in, that sparring session wasn't a good sparring session for them. And we only sparred that one time. That's all I got to say about that, because we didn't spar yet. And I think so. You know, they probably forgot at this point in time. It seemed like I said about 10 years ago. But I'm sure they remember that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody remember. Everybody remember the ass whooping.
Hey, Jeff, what would it mean for you to, you know, get another shot to get in there to a heavyweight title fight?
I mean, it would be great, you know. I mean, that's what I'm boxing for, you know, is to, you know, hopefully, you know, create champions. You know, no matter what the weight, you know, I mean, a champion, I mean, or even just, you know, have an opportunity to even challenge for a title. I mean, that's that's a dream come true, and winning is completing that dream.
And that'd be your second chance against one of the Klitschko's there if that ever got made up.
Yeah, it'd be a second chance against the same one.
Right. Well, Mike, let me ask you this: as far as going back in your career, when you first started, up before, up to right around where you fought under Galata, you were kind of the next big thing, maybe one of the greatest ever. Then unfortunately, the Lennox Lewis fight, you lost that fight, and then the fight after that against McCline, obviously that didn't turn out so well. Explain, what effect it had on you, both those fights, and then do you think that really set you back, and maybe you weren't able to achieve as much as you thought you might have because of those fights?
Well, like I said, the experience that I didn't have very much a great amateur career. I mean, I had a good amateur career, but I didn't have an extensive amateur career. So those fights, when I fought Lennox Lewis and I fought Jamel McCline, broke my ankle after the fight. Those two setbacks, yeah, they did set me back a little bit mentally too, because it's like, man, I didn't feel like that I was winning. So it kind of messed with your psyche, it messed with my psyche a little bit. So I wasn't, I didn't feel like that I haven't won in basically over probably now a 12-month period, and kind of feel like I was sliding down the pole a bit. So it messed with me a little bit. Then I kind of just transferred over and jumped on Teddy Atlas' ship and see what is it he can offer to the table and everything. And like I said, I mean, like I was really new with fighting. I don't care how many great wins that I won and how much talent that I brought to the table, I was still green on the experience. Because when you look at a fighter that's young and he has an awesome record, you have to go back to his pedigree. And if you don't have that pedigree to really to speak for him, then he's really a suspect. That fighter's suspect to a lot of things. Fortunately, I was a durable fighter. I was a tough fighter. I had a chin. But it's not about having the chin. It's about knowing what to do in certain situations and facing fears and all that stuff, man. But some of those things that I like. But like I said, when I jumped ship with Teddy, thinking that he can offer me something different, that everything was already done under the sun. I wasn't gonna find nothing new or anything. I know that I did. I know that I needed the experience no matter what. So I need to keep fighting. Teddy tried to offer that, but I also need to keep being taught at the same time. So, that setback with Lennox, it definitely took a toll. Setback with, Lennox, it didn't take a toll, really. It didn't really take a toll until I fought Jamil, and that took a toll. You know what I'm saying? And then I started feeling a certain kind of way. Then I slowly trying to climb myself back up into the mountain again. Then I lost to Dominic Gwynn, and then that was actually my last loss for like the last, I want to say 7 years, man, or 8 years. And then I faced Adamek. Man, I wish I could fight him again because he hit like a girl. And I let too much. I just let too much go by before I turned it up in the last round to try to get him out of there, but. It's like I was sitting there back waiting on an explosion to happen from him, but that was all he can offer, and I waited too late. I waited too late for him, man, and boom, he won the fight on point. But he wouldn't fight me again. I wish he would. He wouldn't fight me again. He wouldn't fight me again, man. I think it's
kind of one of the things too, though. If they're worried that you might be threatening the rematch, why bother? They already beat you once, so they can always, claim they get the victory, and there's no need to give you another opportunity to right the ship.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know.
I just got a couple minutes left with you. The one thing I want to ask you about is I met you last week there at the RFA MMA. So are you interested in MMA at all? And I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on Tyrone Spong, who obviously had a very impressive MMA debut. What do you think of his performance, and what's it like working with him as far as sparring goes?
Well, actually, it was Tyrone and I first time getting together, hooking up with sparring. Sparring and boxing and MMA always had that kind of like crossfire almost, because for some reason, it's not a lack of respect, but it's like a crossfire where it kind of feel like, well, I've been doing this for so many years, but I've been doing this for 20 years. So it's like, you can't show me nothing, because what we're going to do is box. I can show you everything about the boxing, right? But you can't show me nothing. So you can't, a boxer fighter can sometimes takes their attitude and it's a good attitude, but he probably, when you both in there, and he's a 6-time world champion too, in different weight classes, you can't disrespect that fact either. One thing about fighting, though, you still have to earn the respect, no matter who you fight, who you spawn with. Everybody still gonna get chin checked, tested, whatever, just to let you know where they are. And the experience was cool. Like I said, Tyrone, he's a quick fighter. He's a fast fighter, fast hands and everything. So it was a good experience, man, for the boxing side. I think I would say that he got the best of me because like I said, I'm much older, man. So and he caught me really off guard, man. I wasn't expecting his hands to be as fast as they were. We did 5 rounds of boxing, but it was a good launching board for him, man, to feel confident going to the next fight for himself. So, but we're gonna be working together for the next fight, and I look forward to us continuing working out because, like I said, when I'm in my fight shape, it's a different Michael Grant.
All right, well, we appreciate you taking the time and joining us. Jeff, just some final words. Bowie just called in, so we'll bring it in just for a second. Just some final words on Michael and what you think of his fighter and what you're looking forward to working with him.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to working with Mike. I think it's a long time coming, and basically it's almost like, one of those situations that was, ultimately that was supposed to happen, and now the opportunity is presenting itself, and, and hopefully that, we still can make the best of this situation and hopefully, capture a title. The heavyweight division is wide open, and there's, all it takes is, one fight to, and especially in this division, too, that one punch can change anything. So, I think that, Mike still has some in the tank, and, he's still a real big puncher, and, and most importantly, he's still got the desire to do it. And he's not a fighter that, he's been kind of preserved these last couple of years, so, there's no wear and tear on his body or anything, so, why not take a run at it? Make just one last shot at it,
I hear you. All right, well, Michael, we appreciate you joining us. Any final words? People can follow you on Twitter, Facebook, that kind of thing, or anything else you want to say to the fans?
Actually, man, if you want to follow me, man, I'm actually on Facebook and Twitter. I am Mike Grant. Facebook, I am Mike Grant at Twitter. And, the next fight is March 2nd. It's going to be in Cape Town, South Africa, against Kim Carlos. And he's basically number 5 in the WBO rating. So, got to take that fight. And, hopefully that fight can position me in the fight to make some noise with the Klitschko. So, that's my goal at the end of the day, and going one fight at a time, bro.
All right, man. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll keep up with you, and do some stuff on the boxing side with you. We really appreciate your time tonight. Jeff, go ahead, and if you have anything else to say, you can send them off in your traditional manner. I don't think we even heard that.
Right.
All right, Mike. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Like that.
My man, I think you said enough right there. I think you said enough right there.
There it is.
All right, Mike. Take care. Appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, go get the good weed.
All right. Thanks so much, Michael. Appreciate it. And like I said, best luck to you.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, that was Michael Grant, of course. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and bring in our next guest right now. Another fighter working with Jeff, another heavyweight. It's Jeff's heavyweight night here. Bowie Tupou. Bowie, welcome to the Jeff Mayweather Show. We appreciate you joining us tonight, buddy. How you doing?
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. How are things going with you?
All right. Everything is going okay. It's not long to go. We only have 3 weeks to go, so kind of look forward for that fight. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, tell us about that fight. You know, a big fight for you against Brian Jennings, who's 15-0. You're fighting in his backyard there in Philadelphia on NBC Sports Network. Tell us what you expect about that fight. You know, going in, what you're looking forward to.
I'm just, you know, like what I said before to the promoter, like, you know, I just wanna win the fight. That's it. You know, I wanna get back into the mix again and hopefully get a W. That's it. You know, I know I'm fighting in his backyard, so it doesn't matter for me. Like, you know, where I'm fighting and who I'm fighting, and I just have to win. So.
Right. So Jeff, tell us, you know, what do you know about Jennings, and what do you think are your strengths as far as going into the fight, the things that you can exploit to come on the winning end?
Well, I know a little bit about Jennings. You know, like there has been maybe I've been caught about Brian Jennings maybe about 4 different times. But the only thing is that I never got a call from Brian Jennings. Everybody wants me to train Brian Jennings. You know, it was, you know, I don't know. It was some guy that said that he was representing him, and he wanted me to train him. And then one of his friends said, oh, you need to be training him. Even up until this fight, I got a call, and someone said that you should be training Brian Jennings. And I said, well, I can't be training Brian Jennings because we're fighting Brian Jennings. You know, and I met Brian Jennings. I mean, he's a very nice guy. You know, I mean, his mannerisms and everything is pretty much like Bowie. I mean, the type of person that, you know, when you see him and you meet him, you want to root for him. You know, and you want to see them excel. And you know, I feel the same way about Jennings. But of course, this time around, I definitely don't feel that way because, you know, our job is to win. You know, and to win by any means necessary. So it's a situation in which, you know, it's a great opportunity for, you know, really for both guys, you know, to put themselves, you know, in a position in the heavyweight division, you know, to be, you know, fight for a world title. You know, it's a great opportunity for both guys, you know, and we're working hard, and it's a situation in which I feel that, you know, this situation where we have, you know, a good chance with Jennings because Jennings is a guy that he'll engage with you. I mean, he can punch a little bit, but he doesn't punch nothing like Bowie. And you know, and I think that, you know, he's willing to trade with us. He's not going to be the type of fighter that's going to be, you know, on his bicycle or running or anything like that. And so, I mean, I think it's going to be a great fight. You know, it's going to be a good give and take fight, both sides.
Now, Bowie, is that something that someone that you prefer to fight? Is someone that's willing to stand there and bang with you as opposed to someone who's gonna box you more and not willing to get in the trenches there with you as much?
You know, with this fight, like, you know, we talk about it, and I talked to Jeff about it, and so Jeff is happy with it. Like, you know, he believes this is a good opponent for me to fight with. But like, you know, if we stand there and go, like, you know, banging with me, I'll like, you know, be a good opportunity for me. You know, sometimes I'm struggle with people who runs and, but I have to learn and try to be able to box and learn how to box and learn how to fight at the same time. So, but I'm just grateful for the opportunity. So.
Now, Jeff, obviously, Bowie's got a very impressive record of 22-2, but his last fight he lost to Malik Scott. Any lessons that you took out of that fight, things that he really needs to work on, and things that going forward that he needs to he needs to improve on?
Well, I mean, they're basically two polar opposites when you're talking about fighters. I mean, Malik Scott is probably the best boxer, hands down, in the heavyweight division. And then going in, I even said that we're gonna have trouble if we don't actually catch him, early at some point in the fight, catch him clean and actually, put some hurt on him. I thought we was going to be in for a long night, and that's actually what happened, because, I mean, the guy is he's extremely slick. He's a slick heavyweight, got fast hands, and it's very hard to hit, and, I mean, he's the type of heavyweight that give any fighter trouble, no matter who they are, and so, and going in, I knew that, this was going to be an uphill battle for us, and I was just hoping that, I mean, because I know Bowie has, great punching power, and I was hoping that we would be able to, to land that punch that would, that would change the fight. But unfortunately, it never happened. Now
Bowie, you obviously, your power's up there with anybody in the heavyweight division, but like you said, you had a problem with his boxing. Ultimately, to get to your goal to, be the top of the division, is there anything that you think you can do that's in you that you'll be able to improve on so you can handle, the people that are more boxing oriented than they're just ones getting their slug out with you?
I'm just grateful for working with Jeff. I was working with him before, and went around training some different trainers and that. But I'm glad I came back and trained with Jeff again, be able to, so we can get the relationship back back again like before, and hopefully that I'll be able to learn how to, using my jab a bit more and try to move and try to be a boxer, and I know power is always there, but I have to not always rely on my power, but I have to try to learn how to box and learn how to move, because that's what happened to me the last fight, like what Jeff said, we're hoping to get that one punch and change the whole thing, but it didn't work, so hopefully that things won't be able to change, and be able to move forward from now, so.
Right. Now I'm going to throw Jeff under the bus here a little bit, but he says that you're not mean enough. My best friend ever was Tongan, and I had the pleasure of knowing a lot of Tongans in my lifetime with his family, and they're probably the sweetest, nicest people you'd ever meet. And he was the same way, just not a mean bone in his body. Any truth to what he says, that you're not mean enough, and if so, can you get mean enough?
You said me or Jeff? Me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Jeff says you're not mean enough. Do you agree with them, and what can you do to rectify that?
I'm going to smack him in his face in the locker room.
What do you think? Go ahead.
Jeff.
No, is there any truth to that? Do you feel that sometimes you don't have that mean streak in you that maybe would help you, going into the fight?
It's like I said before, I've been going from trainer to trainer, and I like so many people said to me, you need to get back, you need to have that hungry, like you me again, and come back again, and that's what I've been trying to. I try to be able to fight myself, to be able to bring the hungry back, and to be able to go in there and not being a mean person, but going there, feel hungry that I want that fight. You know, I really want this opportunity. You know, and not going there be too nice. You know, but I have to try to always in my mind that I really want this opportunity. You know, I really want this. You know, and that's what I've been working on. And I understand what people are trying to say. You know, I have to be mean and everything. You know, but I understand that. You know, but I had to try to work on my own self. You know, try to be able. Do I really want this chance, this opportunity in life? You know, and I really do. You know, so we'll wait and see. You know, see what happens. So.
Now, Jeff, what do you think that you still can do with Bowie? Obviously, like I said, you know, he's got tremendous power. How do you rectify the other stuff as far as, you know, increasing his boxing ability so that he can hang in there with the guys that aren't like I said, going to slug it out with him?
Oh no, I mean, actually, that's something that we're working on. I mean, one thing about Bowie is, you know, and you know, I'm trying to get him to trust in himself, is that he has an excellent jab. You know, and you know, lately he's been using it, and now he's starting to believe in it himself. You know, and basically that's just one of the things. You know, and I mean, he has good defense. He has good sound defense. He can actually box if he wants to, but it's just a matter of, you know, him planting that seed in his mind, and he has to grasp it. You know, and if once he grasps it, you know, and feel comfortable, you know, being in that skin as well as being a puncher, I mean, he's going to be fine. You know, and that's what we're working on right now, is because, I mean, he has an excellent jab for a big guy, you know, and, I mean, he has good hand speed and he has good power, you know, so basically what I'm trying to do now is trying to bring his boxing ability up along with, you know, his arsenal as being a puncher, you know, and not necessarily actually, you know, trying to set up punches as though as a boxer would, you know, off of your jab. Not just trying to land one big shot, but actually setting up your punches, you know, by leading with the jab and then following with the right hand, or even, you know, even combination punches, you know, and that's what we're working on.
Well, I know you're a big fan of the jab there. Is that something that you think heavyweights in general have kind of, you know, neglected to use to the full benefit?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of heavyweights have a tendency to do it, you know, because of the fact that, you know, most heavyweights can punch, you know, and that's basically what they, you know, a lot of them rely on their punching power. So, you know, you have some that actually, you know, kind of, you know, have a few that have mastered the jab, and you know, no matter what weight class you're in, no matter how tall you are, no matter how short you are, the jab is still something that you have to have. It has to be a part of your arsenal. If you don't have that as a part of your arsenal, you're basically putting yourself behind the 8 ball anyway, because, you know, every time you throw a big punch, you're not going to knock nobody out. And the one thing about throwing big punches is, the bad thing about throwing big punches is when you miss, it's like throwing away energy. So every time you throw a really big shot and you miss, you've just thrown away, you know, you've thrown away some energy. And so that's why, you know, you use the jab to set up everything, because most good fighters, if they can see a big shot coming at them, if you're just going to load up and try to hit a guy with a big shot, they should be able to see it, you know. But when you're blinded with a jab and then that big shot comes, you know, behind that jab, right behind that jab, or off of a combination, it's totally different.
So now, Bowie, this is you know, against Malik Scott, it was a chance to really get your name out there. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way, but you're kind of getting a second chance here. This is on, you know, on 4-Man Versus by NBC Sports Network. In his background, in his backyard, Jennings is, you know, one of the big names coming up. He's got a lot of buzz surrounding him, so it's really a chance for you to get your name again out there. What does this fight mean to you, and is this kind of a chance of redemption, you know, for not, you know, succeeding your last time out?
Like I said before, you know, it's I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to fight again and fight somebody who's up there, and like, you know, I just want to win this fight. You know, I've been working hard and try to learn more from Jeff, and I know he's helping me a lot, and like, you know, I'm grateful for that. You know, or I want to win this fight. You know, I lost the last fight to Malik Scott. He's a very good, experienced fighter, very, you know, sleek and fast, you know, but with this guy, at least my trainer knows more about this guy, so I got nothing to worry about. You know, I watched some of his fight on YouTube, you know. I got nothing, like, you know, I'm not scared of him or worry about anything, you know. I just want to get in there and win the fight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Now, Jeff, you're no stranger to going into your opponent's backyard there. So, you know, obviously done it a few times with him. Are you kind of happy that usually that Jennings is willing to mix it up, that more than likely this fight won't go to the scorecards, or how do you approach that fight going in, you know, knowing that, you know, you're fighting in the favorite's hometown?
Well, I mean, it's always an uphill battle, you know, because, I mean, the reality of fighting in a guy's hometown is that, you know, you have to actually beat the guy, you know, pretty bad to get the decision, you know, and basically what we're going to do, we're planning to win, you know, one round at a time, you know, and I feel that if we win enough rounds, you know, I mean, they still won't take the fight, you know, because, I mean, still the whole world is watching, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, if the Jennings get a hometown decision or anything like that, I mean, the whole world knows, because it's going to be on national TV for the whole world to see, you know, and just because a lot of times when a person, if they happen to get robbed in that type of situation, you know, it's almost a disservice, but at the same time, it doesn't really hurt their career, because the reality is that, you know, everybody knows who really won, you know, but we're not banking on that type of situation. I mean, we're going there to try to win every round, and, you know, and hopefully, you know, if a knockout comes, of course, I mean, we welcome it.
You know, I didn't realize talking to Bowie on the phone. I talked to him several times at the gym, but he sounds British, doesn't he? When he's talking on the phone. You got that. Anyway, you know, Bowie, as far as, you know, you got to get your prediction on the fight. What do you think is going to happen? Give us a prediction on the outcome. Did we lose him?
Huh?
You there, Bowie?
Yeah.
Oh, just say we got to get your prediction on the fight. What do you see happening? How does it end?
I don't know. You know, like, you know, I'm just hopefully the best man win. You know, and I want to win the fight. That's it. You know, I can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow, but like, you know, for me, I want to win. That's it.
I think Jeff, he's not mean or cocky enough, I guess, huh?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the thing is this, is that basically at the end of the day, I mean, boxing is just a sport, you know, and some people, you know, have to create animosity even to get up for a fight. And then you have other people who, you know, I mean, like myself, I mean, I was never one of those people that, you know, had to have, you know, somebody, you know, egging me on or trying to make me pissed off at a situation to actually to perform. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even know this man that's coming out the other corner. So, basically, you know, I mean, I would always pray. I would do kind of like Seth Mitchell. You know, I would pray for, you know, for both of our safety. And, you know, and I wouldn't pray for God to let me win. I would pray for God to, you know, let me do my best, and hopefully my best would be enough. You know, and I think that that's the, you know, that's the ideology that, you know, that Bowie has. I don't think that it's not about, you know, trying to downgrade a fighter or even being cocky or even feeling that you have to say that, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's just the fact that, you know, I mean, this is a sport. This is what I signed up to do. And, you know, I'm going to go there and do my best, and hopefully my best is enough. So, I mean, I completely understand it because, you know, that's how I was in my career.
Yeah. Now, Bowie, just let me ask you this, and then what originally got you interested in boxing? What brought you to the sport? As opposed to anything else, football or whatever else. What was really the draw for boxing for you?
Can you say that question again, please, sir?
I said, what initially brought you to boxing? I mean, there's so many other sports out there. Obviously, you're a big guy. You could have excelled in maybe a variety of other sports. What was it about boxing that really drew you in initially?
I grew up playing rugby, and like boxing is something that helps me to get me off the, what I used to do before, something that helps to motivate me and not only that, my wife got me into boxing, so and I fall in love with it, so yeah.
Your wife, Gil, that's kind of unusual. There's too many wives out there pushing their husbands into boxing.
That's a new one.
Now, my wife might push me into boxing, hoping I get my ass beat by her. He's teaching me a lesson, but maybe that's what it was. But yeah, so it's a little different. All right, well, Bowie, we really appreciate you joining us tonight. Best of luck to you. It's a great opportunity you have coming up for you. Like I said, didn't go out so well last time, but you got a second chance here. You got on network television a big chance against an up-and-coming guy. We wish you tons of luck there. Anything else you have that you want to add, anything you want to thank, or what about Twitter and Facebook, that kind of thing? Where can folks keep up with you?
Oh, thank you so much. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Facebook. So
wait, there is a Twitter out there. So is there a fake Twitter of you then?
Pardon?
You don't have any Twitter?
No, I don't.
All right, so you have a fake. I was wondering. There's a fake out there that was talking trash to Malik Scott after the last fight. So that wasn't you then.
No, me. No, me. I don't even know how to use those stuff. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know anything, but I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to have me on the show. Thank you so much.
All right, well, we appreciate it. We'd love to get you back on after you capture the title there from Brian Jennings. And, I have one more thing, Boy. I want to ask you this. Who is the most famous person from Michigan? I wanted to ask you that again.
Hold on. I remember. I know I said Jeff. I know Floyd.
And Jeff Tonga, who's the most famous person from there? Actually, Jeff, can you name more than one person from Tonga? That's the question.
The wrestler, the Tongan Warrior, and Bowie.
The Tongan, was there a Tongan Warrior? I think it was a Tonga Kid. I don't think there's a Tonga Warrior.
The wrestler, the Tongan, the wrestler.
Good. Yeah.
Who's that?
What's his name? The wrestler.
Well,
what's
there was
his
a
name?
Tonga Kid. Most of them were all from Samoa. There wasn't many from Tonga, right? There was just the Tongan Kid, and I think the rest were all Samoan, weren't they?
Why Sikahema was playing for the Eagles?
Oh, he was Tongan?
Yeah, he's Tongan.
Yeah, see, now he obviously liked boxing too, because he used to go be at the goalpost after a touchdown.
What about the other guy with all the long hair for Pittsburgh?
He's Samoan.
No. Are you talking about? No? Gee. I can't think of his darn name. Yeah, with the Head and Shoulders commercials. He's not Tongan though. I can't believe I can't think of his name. I just did a total brain dump.
No, he's Samoan. He's Samoan.
Also know Jimmy Thunder.
Who's that?
Jimmy Thunder? Jimmy Thunder.
Jimmy Thunder? No.
No, he was a heavyweight contender. Real big, strong guy.
Well, boy, you give us a rundown. Who else was there from Tonga that we might know of?
Hey, Samson Pouha. Come on.
Yeah, I know Samson. Yes, I know Samson Pouha too. Sam Tupou. What's the other guy that was in MMA? I mean, in K1?
And it's got the Fire Wolfram?
No, I know Pierre too. I know Pierre Wolfram, but no, it's because Dewey beat him. What was the guy's name? I cannot think of his name. He did really well in K1 too. So I know quite a few.
Quite a few. That guy, the MMA guy, and the wrestling guy, huh?
And the fighter, and 2 fighters, 3 fighters.
All right, well, Bowie, again, we appreciate it, and best of luck to you. Wish you nothing but the best, and hopefully next time we talk to you, it's after a victory and over Jennings.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
All right,
best luck to
see
you.
tomorrow.
Jeff, wait,
All
go
right,
ahead,
yeah.
Jeff.
Huh?
Jeff, are you going to go ahead and dismiss him?
Do what?
No, Jeff likes to dismiss our guest, so I was going to let him go ahead. Oh, now you're ready to drop.
Is you ready, boy?
You screwed it up, Jeff. You're supposed to drop him.
Oh, bye.
This is probably the worst ending to a show we've ever had, and that's saying something. So, anyway, anything else going on you want to talk about here before we wrap it up?
No, pretty much. I mean, we should have a big show next week, of course.
Yeah, looking forward to that. We were originally going to have it tonight. We had our days mixed up, so next week, tentatively, we have scheduled Tommy Hearns and Bill McCrory doing our Emmanuel Stewart tribute. Obviously, today they were a little busy with the funeral there, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, that'll be a great show. So, yeah, that's something that'll really be nice.
Okay, man, I'm going to go ahead and let you get that weed.
You and your weed. All right. Yeah, so anyway, check us back next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central or Pacific time. And until then, for Jeff Mayweather, check him out on Twitter at Jeff Mayweather1. Check us out at PB Insider on Twitter and also the website ProBoxingInsider.com. Thanks so much to our guests, Michael Grant and Bowie Tupou. Best luck to them in the future, and we will talk to you next week. See you later, Jeff.
All right. Bye.
Here's some gangster rap for you.
Yeah, please. No more of that.
1, 2, you hear the clock ticking? Tick tock. You about to stop living. Tick tock. I want you to remember me. Tick tock. But the day don't have no memory. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can hold me. Nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to